Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And you really can't make this shit up, okay? You just can't make this shit up. Joburg traffic officers who've just been trained, they're new recruits, have phobias about working in traffic, can't drive and don't know how to handle a gun. 1,000 of them have been recalled for retraining. Can you believe this? There are some among a batch of 1,000 newly graduated Joburg traffic officers who cannot drive or handle their weapons, while others have a phobia for getting out of the road to control traffic. The group, who were passed out at a ceremony late last year following 18 months of training, has since been sent back to the Metropolitan Police Academy to rectify their shortcomings. Their deficiencies were diagnosed after a short stint on Johannesburg's busy streets. I can confirm that they are back at training at the moment to rectify some of the qualities they lack, said Johannesburg Metro Police Department spokesperson Wayne Minnaar, who added that Academy officials would determine the length of the training program this time. He said, "The Academy will assess everyone individually. We have discovered that some trainees were trained to direct traffic, but when they're on the road, the person might have a phobia. But once the assessment is done, we will deal with it accordingly." The officers were recruited in 2018 and underwent an 18-month training program at the Academy. The Road Traffic Management Control, or RTMC, determines the program standards and assesses the trainees with the help of the South African Police Service. Former Public Safety MMC Michael's son, who was present at last year's passing out parade as an official, questioned the decision to recall the graduates for training. Son said, "This will put the competency of the training academy under the spotlight." Well, maybe it should be. You can think about it. "I do not know of any shortcomings that were discovered at a later stage. I was not informed about those issues, so I wouldn't know where they came from or what caused them. This is news to me. If we're saying all the trainees must return to the academy, then it doesn't make sense to me." Well, what makes sense to me is you've got an incompetent bunch of people training them. Because if they were competent, they would weed out this sort of problem. Public Safety MMC Mali Makuna, who is believed to have met RTMC officials before the graduates were sent back for training, said, "The mayor has already given an update on the matter. I'm not going to answer anything about this." RTMC spokesperson Simon Zwane said his organization had met academy officials. He conceded that the academy did not comply with certain standards. I wonder why. Where have we heard this before? Crazy. It's called BEE, Black Economic Empowerment. Destroys everything. Anyway, let's continue. Zwane said, "Truth of the matter is that we found a lot of gaps in the evidence portfolio that we received from the academy, and unfortunately we couldn't approve of such." He said when trainees finished a certain module, an evidence portfolio had to be completed, enabling the RTMC to moderate. These portfolios give us a sense of what the trainee has learned from that specific training or chapter. Zwane said there was a section where trainees were required to answer questions to show they had understood, but such assessments were not completed. Okay, this is just, look, let's go 5 years ahead in South Africa, okay? The kids, they go and sit in the school and go in the classroom and they do their exercises and whatever. The end of the year, no exams, no, they've passed. Let's go on to the next year. That's what they're talking about. Let me read that to you again. Zwane said there was a section where trainees were required to answer questions, just like when you're at school, when you go through exams, to show that they had understood, but such assessments were not completed. How ridiculous is that? On firearms training, Zwane said, "We were not provided with the register of firearm training, which is one of the failures." Now, This is not just restricted to this mob. The South African Police Service have actually had to strip a whole lot of their police men and women of guns because they've shown to be incompetent in handling a gun. That's the standard of training of the law enforcement authorities in South Africa today. It's a disgrace. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe.